My tenants left. My mission is to interview a few people. I also have to get materials that I have here. Have this going on. No bueno. Airbnbs are actually dying. Prospects are, to see the contractor and get him working on this house. It looks like somebody hit the gate. I was not expecting for these tenants to go. I cannot paint it right now. This is the piece that came out of there. Get that adhesive out. How cute! Another one. He was here for one piece only. This is how he's fixing my gate. Why is everything so complicated? I just want somebody responsible. It's a little hack. Sergio's cooking over here. This thing kept falling. Dog hair here too.
Good morning. So I'm here getting ready and all of a sudden I see this huge spider. Do you see it? It's on the outside of the window, but whoa. And you, spider, you're lucky that screen is dividing us, because if not, this would be a beat down. You would be getting chancletas right now. So today is Sunday. It's 9 a.m. and I'm already here. I'm gonna be alone here today, just doing a few things to the house. I'm getting now at the car here a stick for painting in case I need it. And then I have a squeegee that I had in Sergio's house, that I bought it when I first renovated this house. And so I brought it because I want to clean the marquesina. So today what I want to do is, leave it like move-in ready pretty much. This is how the ceiling is looking. It looks like it's getting dry, but he told me it has to be like pretty white like this. So it's still like wet here. Let's see the ones inside. So this one looks pretty white, but you can still see the gray there. And the little one, almost. So I'm gonna leave it for the end. So if it gets white at the end, then I'll paint it with primer at least. I also wanna clean that wall that I showed you yesterday that had the mildew. I sprayed it with bleach. Now I just gotta pasarle un paño. And this I gotta clean it as well. Oh, and remember I briefly cleaned these two windows and I cleaned the screens, right? Because the birds were creating nests there and it was all full of poopy. And so I kind of cleaned it, a little bit. I didn't thoroughly clean it. But today I noticed that they're already bringing these things again to make another nest. And there's some there, I don't know if you see it. Like from yesterday, I removed everything yesterday, so that's new. They brought it between yesterday and this morning, okay? But I don't want them creating nests there because it's like they're pooping all over and they're dirtying just everything. And then I look down here and guess what? An egg. So not only do I have poop, I got an egg there. So these birds are driving me crazy. I love nature, but can you do it somewhere else? On a tree? Not the window, please? See, I gotta do little things like these. I have no idea what this is. But it's coming out. It's like yellow and white. This mildew is driving me crazy. But my guy told me it's because the AC was in that room right behind this closet. So it had to be the condensation from the AC. So I just noticed that my guy, I think, forgot to put this back. I don't even reach. And I'm in a little stair. How can I reach? I don't know if I'm gonna regret touching this or doing this if I reach. But there's some borders here. Oh, it's gonna be ruined if I keep doing that now. How can I cut it now? I need to cut the edge. I don't think this is sharp enough. And I don't reach, darn it. Nothing is going good today. The only stick I brought to be able to mix the paint, my guy used it yesterday, I just noticed. He used it to do something with the concrete. Now it's full of concrete. So now what do I use to mix the paint? I'm limited here. Shake up the building, yeah. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. I got cinnamon to open.
Well, I found this stick that it broke yesterday, so maybe I will just use this side. I cleaned it. It needs a lot of stirring, but here we go. I need my two hands.
Shake it up, shake it up. Ooh, yeah, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up.
It looks pretty good. I have this that I used it already. I think I'm gonna use this to pour some here and just use the brush. So I just saw my neighbor and I'm like, hey, do you happen to have an escalera? And he's like how tall? I'm like, well, I have a two-step. I need more than that. He's like this one? And it's like, perfect. There's a three-stepper, taller than mine. These walls are so dirty, dusty, with dog hairs. And it was only less than 2 years. It's pink. This is why I don't want people creating more holes and more holes, because then you get this, the leftovers. And right now, I wish I had a sandpaper because it's very rough and I can see the patch. And then there's a little hole here. I do have spackling, so maybe I'll do that. And then you can see taparon este, but I can see them, see? Then I have all the curtains too, but those are small.
Now that I have this ladder that's taller, let's see if I can get that screw in.
This is the only screwdriver I had, okay. The only one I actually had at my dad's house. How does this go? Slide it in. Oopsie.
So I'm waiting for my 11 a.m. appointment. So I have an 11, which is almost 11. And then I have a 1 and 1:30. So I'm just here doing things while I wait. And it started to rain. It was a cloudy morning. So I knew it was gonna rain, but I'm just doing things in here. So doesn't matter. If finding your house is important to you, don't be late. It's already 11:08.
So I do see the print of the AC on that wall. So I'm gonna do my little trick where I put like a little bit of paint on the brush and just like spread it like that. Because if you put too much, then you'll see the paint difference, even though it's the same paint that I used. This is now dirtier. So what I've been doing is just spreading very little paint, and it's been working. Barely has paint, but I go little by little. Because if I put a lot, it's bad too. And I go like side to side, but I also go up and down, and it blends in pretty well. This is like makeup, like putting eyeshadow on. I'm a good blender. We got some cats. You're meowing. Oh, you're friendly with your tail up. You're asking for food? Eat the chicken. The gray one is just looking at me. It's raining. You're a meower, huh? Look how interesting this chicken. Look at that one. The colors are amazing. It has like these patterns. I have carried this ladder so many times from room to room, and it's heavy. But I keep doing different things. Oh, the power went out and it came back. So annoying. And that's what messes up the appliances. If you don't have those surge protectors that have a delay, like a few minutes of delay, that's what messes up your appliances. Like the ACs, the TVs, the fridge. It started to rain a little harder and the power went out. It came back like in seconds, then it went back out, and then it came back in seconds. It's giving me warnings like, I'm leaving soon. But I retracted the stick and I've been cleaning with this because this is not just good for the floor. You can clean so many things with this. I told you yesterday. So this is what I'm doing.
It's flat, so it gets in there. Because I don't reach back there. Oh, but it's like so bad, so dirty. Look at this. Woo. Because if it's a cloth, you gotta like wash it and squeeze it with your hands. And this is disgusting. So now I can actually wash this in the bucket. Oh my God. And I don't have to really touch it, even though I'm touching it. Silly me. But yeah, and this, I can just throw this out and put a new one. I cleaned it with the bucket. I can even clean the wall back there. So the power keeps going back, out, in. So I texted my neighbor here and see if her power is doing the same thing, because now I'm worried that maybe it's this house. I'm paranoid. This house is like 50 years old. You never know with the leaks and all that stuff. It could be the house. A little better now. So now I'm gonna use a damn cloth, but I don't reach all the way back there. So I'm just gonna do what I can. I should open this. It gives me a little bit of more space. But it's pretty good. So I'm done with the brush. I'm just gonna wash it and clear the paint that I have there, put it back in the baila, and I'm just waiting for my next prospect. So my 11 o'clock showed up around 11:30, and it was a couple with a child, a little grown child. They seem nice, kind of like them. And when I say they seem nice, I kind of like them. If I like them, it's because they have other qualities as tenants that I like. Yo no soy boba. Because in the other video, they're like, oh, you think everybody's nice and that doesn't make good tenants and things like that. I'm like, but when I say I like them in this context, it's because I like them as tenants. You know what I mean? Because I don't know them. So I can't like them as people per se. I like them as tenants. I'm here stirring the primer to get it ready because I'm waiting for my 1 o'clock and then a 1:30. So I got 2 more to go today. And I think that's it. I gotta decide. I think. So I can at least put the primer on the ceiling spots. I gotta pick what's best for me, you know? And it's not just their income. It's not just if they can pay or not. It's a mix of things. It's like finding your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your partner. It's like you gotta see a bunch of things, right? I need for them not to be new at their job. I need for them to have like kind of secure jobs per se, that they qualify like income wise. I use the 40 times the rent that I used to do in New York, which works perfectly because if the rent is $300 to make it easy, $300 times 40, you do the math, and that is what they need to make in a year. And it could be between 2 people or 1. So I'm just picky and I go with my instincts always. I'm getting ready here, but I have one more appointment. Hopefully, the first guy I'm having, it has all been women. Women with their significant other, but the woman is the one that wrote to me. I don't know who they're coming with. Some come with their mother, with their kid, alone, with their partner. Well, a few men wrote, but just that one person that's coming now, if he gets here, is a guy. Hopefully he doesn't chop me into pieces and put me in his trunk. Okay, so I think it's dry enough, the one in here. The other one outside looks a little bit wet still, but I think this one is pretty good. And my appointment is not here, another late one. So I don't know if they're coming. They didn't answer my message. So let's just put primer on this bad boy here, because one step I can do and be ahead of the game here, because then I gotta paint it with the color, with the white color. Oh, I haven't painted a ceiling in a very long time. I hate it. I don't do ceilings, but since it's just a little piece, I do it. Too many pains going on to do this, especially my neck. Oh, this is horrible. How do people paint ceilings? Let's paint the one outside, even though it looks a little bit wet. I can't wait for this. I want to eat so bad. Of course, the light is in the way. Light fixture. I didn't touch it. Yeah, I could do a little bit, but even so, my neck is like, stop it. Aw, look at the duck. Your little duckling. So cute. There they go. I guess the other two were in the front and she was calling for them. Okay, so this is how it's looking with the primer on. So that's this one, and let's go to the other one. So here you can see the other two. The last person didn't come. Boo-hoo. The only man didn't come. Who's gonna wash this for me? I'm back here at Sergio's place, or our place, and I'm still starving. He didn't cook today, so we gotta figure out what to eat, because we don't have much food here. So he already did what we had. And so we gotta find a place to eat. I hate doing this. I think it works better when it's not touching the water. Slide on your knees from one end to the other. This is the car of a handywoman, a cleaner, a vlogger, a model,